don't know how much time I have left. My hands are shaking too badly to write, but I have to get this down. If someone finds this, don't go into Black Hollow Forest. It doesn't matter if you hear the voice. It doesn't matter if you see the lights. They are not human. I don't know how much time I have left. My hands are shaking too badly to write, but I have to get this down. If someone finds this, don't go into Black Hollow Forest. It doesn't matter if you hear the voice. It doesn't matter if you see the lights. They are not human. We were five, me, my brother Jason, his girlfriend Olivia, and our two friends, Mark and Ben. We had planned this trip for months, a 3-day hike through Black Hollow Forest. Locals warned us not to go. People disappear there, the old man at the gas station muttered. If you hear someone calling your name, don't answer. And if you see a second moon in the sky, run. We laughed it off. Just superstitions, we thought. Every town has its legends. But as we entered the forest, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching us. The deeper we went, the quieter it became. No birds, no wind, just the sound of our boats crunching the leaves. By nightfall, we set up camp in a clearing. The fire crackled, and for a while, everything felt normal. We joked, ate, and passed around a flask of whiskey. Then Olivia froze. Did you hear that? We all went silent. A whisper. Distant, faint, coming from the trees. Hello. Mark called. No one answered. Probably just the wind, Ben muttered. But there was no wind. That night, I woke to the sound of footsteps. Slow, deliberate, circling the tent. I held my breath, heart hammering. I wanted to wake the others, but something told me not to move. Then, the footsteps stopped. I listened. Silence. And then, a whisper right outside my tent. Come out. My body turned to ice. I don't know how long I lay there, barely breathing. Eventually, the whispering stopped. But when the sun rose, Mark was gone. Wie zegt all morning. We yelled his name until our voices were raw. No footprints. No signs of a struggle. Nothing. Olivia wanted to go to the police, but Jason shook his head. Mark has the map. If we split up, we'll get lost too. He was right. The only choice was to keep moving and hope we found him. Then Ben noticed something. Guys, the trees are wrong. I followed his gaze. The trees had shifted. The path we had taken yesterday was gone. There was no way back. We set up camp again before dark. No one spoke much. Olivia sat by the fire, hugging her knees. Jason tried to be optimistic. Ben kept staring at the trees. I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. Then, guys, Ben whispered, do you see that? A figure, standing between the trees. It was far away, barely visible in the flickering firelight. Mark. Olivia called. No response. It wasn't Mark. The figure was too tall, too thin. Its limbs were wrong. Then it moved. Not like a person. like a puppet with invisible strings. It took one step forward, then another, and then it smiled, not with a mouth, but with its eyes. Two bright, glowing slits stretched too wide across its face. Run. Ben whispered. And then it ran too. Straight at us. We sprinted through the forest. Branches tore at my face. My legs burned. My lungs screamed fire. Behind us, it followed. Fast. Too fast. I heard Olivia scream. I turned back. She was gone. Jason tried to run after her, but I grabbed his arm. No. I gasped. We have to keep going. He fought me, but the look in my eyes stopped him. Because in that moment, I knew the truth. She was already dead. Ben tripped. Jason and I turned back, grabbing his arms, pulling him up. Keep moving. I yelled. Then Jason stopped. His face drained of color. Look up. I did. And my blood turned to ice. There were two moons in the sky. One was normal. The other was wrong. It was watching us. Then we heard it. A voice, Mark's voice, coming from the darkness. Guys, help me. Ben sobbed. He's alive. Jason started toward it. No. I grabbed his arm. It's not him. The whispering returned. Come closer. Come into the trees. We will be waiting for you. Then Jason screamed. Something yanked him into the dark. His scream cut off. The whispering louded. Ben and I ran. We didn't stop. Not even when the trees started closing in. Not even when we felt hands brushing against our backs. We ran until I was alone. I don't remember how I made it out. I woke up at the edge of the forest, the sun rising. Ben was gone. Jason was gone. Olivia, Mark, all gone. I stumbled into town, covered in scratches, delirious. The police didn't believe me. They searched the woods, found nothing. No footprints, no bodies. It was like they never existed. But last night, I woke up to whispering. Outside my window. Come back. They're still out there, waiting. And I know they won't let me go for long.